that's not the right one. Hold on. I forgot from yesterday. Hold on. Ah! Hold on, chat. Hold on. That's not me. There we go. Now I'm me. I think. Yes. I'm me again. Alright. Peak? Yes. I just forgot where we left off. I know we did Bazett last time, but other than that, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. So I felt like a very long weekend, which I don't mind, obviously, but damn. Alright, hold on, let me check my audio. Click start, it'll be funny. Well, I don't know what we are continuing off of anyway. But I assume it's story important. I'm stuttering. Story important stuff, so I don't think I'm gonna do that with it. That true. Thank you. Alright. Let's go. Actually, that reminds me. Me and Honest started watching Lord El Malloy after we finished Fate Zero. And they just showed Bazett. I'm like, huh? Right. This is before the fifth one. Right. He was humming to himself, I remember. First open goes so hard. True. True. Finish Fate Zero? Yes. I'm gonna be honest. I barely remember what happened. I don't even remember what episode we started on. Like, I think it was after Fake Rider had kidnapped Irie. Is where we started off after. And Saber fought Berserker. Was it revealed to be Lancelot? Yes, that was it. Which that fight was... It was fine. I liked it. A lot of the same talk about how Arthur's a shit king. So... Yeah. And... What I remember over the years, like that fight was praised so much, like, oh, best fight in Fate, or one of the best fights in Fate. I'm like, I mean, it's okay. When I was watching, I'm like, it's okay, like it's fine. I think the best fight in Zero was the first one between Saber and Diarmuid. Personally, Saber and Lancer, I think that was the best one in Zero. I'm gonna be honest. But the Kiritsugu and Kiro, that was fine. I liked it. And then destroying the Grail. And then Kiritsugu passing on his Hero of Justice to Shiro. And that was, I mean, I can't say the ending was bad, considering that's about right for how it's been described in Stay Night so many times. So I can't say the ending was bad. But I don't know, everything before was kinda forgettable. If that makes sense. I mean, the stuff with the Grail was kind of interesting. I like the stuff with the Grail when Kiritsugu went into the Grail. I like that. Sure, dies by Ongo. Yeah, I did like that though. The him going into the Grail and talking to Irie, who was obviously Ongamanu, because he needed a body. So that was cool. Obviously, fucked up that he shot Ilya. That was, I forgot how fucked up that was, but I get it, it's all fake. And the trolley problem. There's 200 on this boat, 100 on this one. Who are you saving? 200, obviously. I'm killing the 100. Obviously, he knew it wasn't really, yeah. But still, it's like, god damn, that's messed up. In so many ways. And then his trolley problem. Which... I mean, like, do point out if I'm not getting something right. I mean, the answer to the trolley problem, like, isn't that really just what she should be doing? Like, just sacrificing the few for the many is obviously Very screwed up. You shouldn't do that. I said to answer the question, isn't that like all there is to it? Unless he should think outside the box and figure something else out. But because he's Kuritsugu, he doesn't do that. That could be it. That could be it. I don't know. I don't think too hard about those things. It wasn't me solving the trolley problem, it was him, and he kept fucking it up, so. Is there anything else? He talked to Saber the 2 last times, which was 2 command spells. There we go, we got that checked off. Talked to Saber 3 times, so it was 1 per command spell. We got that checked. Actually, there's one thing. There's one thing, chat, and I never actually thought about it. But I never remembered that was a thing, and it was fucking hilarious. When after the funeral, Tokyo's funeral, and Kotomine gives Tosaka the knife, and she looks at the knife. It's like, oh, this is my dad's. Oh man. He starts crying a little bit. I never noticed that Kotomina just starts smiling as she's crying. I never fucking noticed that before. I'm like, dude, that's fucked up, but that's so in character that he just smiles at her. It's like, dude, what the fuck? That's so in character, but damn, man! That's like a fucking 6-year-old! You're smiling! Fucking stop fucking laughing, bro. Yo, I'm watching your stream, Kotomine. Why you fucking laughing, bro? It's not funny. Stop fucking laughing. God, like, damn. So till the very end, Urobuchi again, he can write Kotomine. I'll give him that. He can write Kotomine. Cause fuck, that was funny. Yeah, he did also kept saying that he did try to go to her, but because what's his name, didn't want him to come back, he couldn't get through the forest. Yeah. To go to Germany numerous times, because he was through the grill, they never allowed him close to the castle. Yeah, he literally couldn't, but it's the fact that he kept trying, honestly, admirable, that he kept trying. Oct was his name, thank you. Yeah, Oct's like, nah. The fuck? No? You ain't coming back here? And poor Ilya. Poor Ilya, left alone. I have a complaint though about the ending, actually. I do have a complaint. I really wish, because I forget the song they played. Right, they started playing the Fate Zero opening at the end. Which I'm like, okay, fair. Like, it's the end of the series, you play the opening. I wish they played Dissolution instead. I wish they played a Stay Night opening or a UBW opening instead to signify that we're not going on to the next series. That now is the start. This is the starting point of the next Fate series. But no, they just played the Fate Zero second opening instead. No, fuck it. They should have played Dissolution or fucking Brave Shine or I forget what the other one's called. They should have played one of the actual Stay Night openings, but no. God, such a missed opportunity on that one. Missed opportunity. This is so planned. Like to play my no, UFO is cooking. They're going to play the Fate Zero opening too for Shiro. Huh? But why? Just cause. Yeah, that shit was like, god damn. Not to say, I mean, I don't know if that's what to add. I don't think they ever played Ever Feeling, like the... I forgot the name of the song now. The sad song in Fate. I don't think they played that in that scene, actually. Yeah, I think they just played some random tune or something. Just some random, just like, sentimental music. They didn't play, like, actual Fate music, which is really weird. Lack of actual Fate music in a Fate anime. How about Zero overall? Now with, like, all contexts, read all routes, watching it all again, seeing a lot of writing problems for certain characters that I don't forget the name. Fate Zero's fine. It's a fine watch. I don't think you need to watch it more than once, honestly. Like, yeah, I don't think so. You have to watch multiple. You need to watch again or something. You know, you read a novel, you want to know about more the previous war, you watch Fate Zero once, you get the idea, like, okay, things were pretty fucked up back then, okay. that's so like, it's fine. It's the start of Ufotable doing Fate, so like, yeah. Exactly, like, it's something you watch once, and if you watch it again, I mean, fair enough. I don't think you would ever need to. There's no information in it that's ever going to be relevant in the future, so that you don't get through the other routes anyway. So, you know. I mean, the only reason you would probably watch Fate Zero again is if you need more context for El Malloy. Because El Malloy loves fucking shoving those Zero scenes with Iskander down your fucking throat. Especially the bridge scene against Gil. God damn, they flash back to that shit so many times. I get why. It's Waver. So obviously it's a series about Waver and him dealing with the shit that happened 10 years ago. So like, I get it. I understand. It's totally fine, but it's like, god damn, the amount of times they talk about that bridge scene, like flashback to it from perspectives and shit. Like, god, first like 5 episodes, constantly go back to it. But I get it. It makes sense. It makes sense. And El Malloy, again, we've pretty much finished the main series. It was fine. Some of the... One of the cases was kind of bullshit, I'm not gonna lie. The one on the train with Callus? I think his name's Callus. Because they reveal it's like, oh, this wasn't the real Callus at all. It was a fake. It's Dr. Heartless. And I'm like, you never gave that clue, though. What's nice about a mystery is that I get a chance to solve it before you reveal it. But I never knew a Callus existed until this arc started, and then you tell me the one that I got to know this whole time is the fake one. That's kind of stupid. But all right, like, that was a better skill issue. I should have known there was a double. I should have known. You know what? You're right, man. I should have known there was a double. I should have known. But I mean, I like Elmo was fine. Gray is a pretty cute character. She's really cute. Probably my favorite. Seeing. Cool, they played Robot 2. No, I'll be fine, trust. I'll be fine, I think. What else? See, Hephaestion was cool. Exactly. Gray, adorable. She's so cute. We have to protect Gray. Seeing Hephaestion, Iskander's Shadow, was honestly really cool. I forgot she was in this series. Because I see her a lot in FGO. So I forgot she was in El Malloy first. And it's the Faker class, which later, now she is Pretender. So, yeah, makes sense. That was neat. Seeing like 2 different dead apostles was awesome. The Child of Eneth, the Big Forest dead apostle, super sick. I think it's like the 5th one in terms of rankings, even though the Fate verse doesn't have the 27, obviously. But seeing him was sick. Seeing a phantom of Rita was pretty cool on the actual train. It's obviously not certain if it's actually Rita Rose herself or someone from her clan, but still seeing what could potentially be Rita Rose is cool, which, for those who don't know, is the original wielder of the Mystic Eyes of Roses, which Dan uses in Tsukihime. Which I was thinking pretty sick that we got to see her in some shape or form. And so many other just stuff in general, like seeing Mordred's master from Apocrypha. I didn't know that. On it pointed that. I thought that was neat. And I think that's pretty much it. Elmloy's it just kind of ends on a just a pretty standard, like, straightforward note. Like, hey, it's over. No season 2 though. Like, all right, cool. I mean, unless the special is more of a final conclusion, I don't know. I like to see at the end with Waver and Iskander. That was cool. With Ryder and the Dream. That was pretty neat. And that's all I have to catch you all up on my non-subversive viewings of animes. That's it. I have nothing more to share for that. Actually, I do actually, but we'll get to that in a little bit. We'll actually make some game progress first before I get into that, but I do have one more thing. Because I spent 50 minutes yapping. Humming to myself, I make my way towards the park. Early morning patrol failed to turn up anything, but I can't say I'm dissatisfied with that. When as good as this, I can't help but be in a pleasant mood. Such a nice day that people are lounging about instead of hurrying over wherever they're going. Could be considered a little slice of happiness, however cheaply bought. I like this is best spent in leisure, basking in one's good fortune in the company of strangers. Yeah, the embrace of such a gentle afternoon, nothing could disturb me. And even if a duo like these two should come along, for example. God save me if these two should show up, though. Hang on. What's that just now? I'm trying to decide on my terribly accurate amateur prophecy. I feel something coiling around my leg. No. Ah! I would cross myself, plead my salvation for imminent reality. In an instant, image was reeled in like a common fish while the general public goes about its own business. Ugh, what do you want? Well, someone's been dragged across the tiled ground. As the catch, my body rolls to a stop. My call disappears without a trace, evidence destroyed. The prime suspect's sound turns up as if everything was perfectly normal. And why do I feel like the hunter is about to skin her prey? Church atop of the hill, huh? No, wait, this isn't. This is your song. This is your church theme. And it stopped. Brush the dust off my body as I stand up. Of course, you're my meanest evil eye. My glare does the best to convey. What the hell was that? You would have a damn good reason for doing that, or else you're in for a beatdown. I'm just asking what the fuck you're doing. God, composure's ironclad. Glare is too low level to even deal a single hit point of damage. Uh-huh. That is just no problem since she got exactly what she wanted. She would only ever meant to a personal failure. Meaning that she probably sees nothing wrong with premeditated assault and kidnapping. I did not request such a thing. Huh? At that tip, I had a confusion. You're gaslighting me. You're gaslighting me. I don't remember saying that, but the way she puts it makes it sound like I'm just reaping what I sow. I don't know, she might be gaslighting me, I don't know. Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. I did not forget the triple G's, okay? I never forgot. Tsukihime taught me well. And Karen might have just learned from the best, I think. That's a shame. Guess the rather things, for once. I wish she could take a lesson from this moment and apply that common sense to her future decisions. Hello, Karen. What is it? Asking for trouble. Probably not. I don't know. Honestly, I think she's kind of like Tosaka. Though I don't have a real explanation for that opinion. Zam, the tea offering. Did that part surprise her? Well, yes, we're not at the church, therefore I'm not going to absolutely hate everything that's around me. Sure, we haven't spoken enough for her to say that. Well, maybe I've already heard her performance many times.
こうして話すのって初めてだったっけ？
ええ。この場所でこうして話すのは初めてです。お互い名前を知っているのですから、何度かお会いしているのでしょう。どうぞ、私の体のことは気になさらず結構です。
そっか。体は何ともないのか。それじゃあ、俺を呼び止めた要件だけど。
What is it you require?
要件というほどのことでもありません。話すべきこともありませんから、見かけても通り過ぎるべきだったのですが、あなたが幸福そうだったので。
You seem happy, so I had to ruin your day. The fuck? The fuck?
Huh?
What? I seem happy, so you had to ruin my day for it? Bruh. What was that? I just felt a seriously cold chill run down my spine.
幸福そうだったから、つい。
Like, what? Huh? How did that make me? How did that make her feel?
つい刺激心が刺激されてしまいました。
Weirdo alert, chat. Weirdo alert. Sound the alarm. Weirdo alert.
さしたる理由もなく、目に見えて幸福そうでしたので、現状を知らせてあげたくなったのです。
What does that sound like? So she's self-aware. What, Cotton's VA? I've not actually listened. I mean, I'm not gonna say I haven't actually listened to it. I have been listening to what she's saying, but like, does know who it is?
要件というほどのことでもありません。
Oh, the statement. Oh, excuse me.
見かけても通り過ぎるべきだったのですが、あなたが幸福そうだったので、つい。
Well, I don't know. Because if you say Noel, then the answer's no. She wouldn't do this at all. Or is it someone else you're thinking of? Well, onto this? What? I'm so lost. Can't be doing it to me, boss. You can't do this to me. Not while I'm working my side job. Can't be doing this to me.
人生とは楽なものではなく、常に苦しみ、もだえ、
Sign me up,
押
Chief.
しつぶされるもの。その見せかけの幸福は、私の一息でたやすく消し去ってしまうものだ。と。
What the fuck, Cotton? I already know that. I don't need you to tell me that to my face. I already know this. What? Rude? The fuck? I saw you were happy over there, so I failed to tell you that, hey, you should stop being happy because I could ruin your whole life in a fucking flick of the wrist. Just know that. That's what I wanted to tell you. Like, what? Huh? What the fuck is wrong with you? Damn. I mean, she says she's sadistic, so there you go. That's, yeah. She's perfect.
それは俺が気に食わないってことだろうか。
Yes, that it.
いいえ、あなたが憎いわけではありません。私はただ幸福そうな人を見ると皮を剥がしてみたくなるのです。
Huh? Based? That's fucked up.
そうですね。以前から兆候はあったのですが、この町に来てから本格化したような。もしかすると、これは私の趣味なのでしょうか。
Hello, base department. I'd like to make a claim. Even listening to this is disturbing. It's confusing to hear, but her intentions seem perfectly clear to me.
なるほど。最悪だな。
Yeah, it does.
同感です。全く。 誰に似たのだか。
Yeah, clearly. Not in unison. Kind of sympathy as if we're just discovered we have a common enemy.
なのだが、できれば俺のささやかな幸せは見逃してほしい。せめて短い余暇の間ぐらいこのまま心穏やかに過ごさせてくれないだろうか。
Please.
そう言われては無理強いはできません。
Please, leave me alone.
見たところすぐに冷めてしまいそうなものですし、私が水をかけるまでもないでしょう。
Huh? Hana probably turns away with displeasure. How should I put it? She was like a child that has had her favorite toy taken away.
と、一つ聞き忘れていました。
What?
この辺りで怪しい二人組を見かけませんでしたか？大きいのと小さいの。目につく風貌なので、詳しい特徴は言うまでもないのですが。
I don't know.
怪しい二人組？いや、見かけてないけど。
One is large, one is small. Huh?
そうですか。この辺りだと感じたのですが、移動してる
Yeah,
かもしれ
like
ません。
either a berserker, but why would they be out here?
私の目から逃れようなんて、浅ましい使い魔たち。
I think you should stay in your church, lady. Well, that's an oddly warm chuckle. Sister, if there's anything suspicious around, it's you. It's you, lady.
さようなら、エミヤシロ。まだ縁があるのなら、教会で会いましょう。
I'm probably forced to meet you in a second again, so we'll see. Watch her leave, her footsteps fading into the distance. The girl, robed in her religious habit, left the park behind. Not as a phantom, but as a real human being. My day! I'll be here familiar any day? Alright, bro. Which are simps, holy. I've seen such down bad behavior. God damn. Let me guess. Oh, nothing. Nothing. Okay. Thought we have your best friends? There you go. See? There you go. And nothing. Oh. Oh yeah! I remember something, chat. Actually, there was one more thing in Zero that I remembered. That's not the one thing I want to talk about. Seeing Shinji's dad. That was really funny. Kiritsugu fucking shot his arm. That was hilarious. Interrogating him was fucking hilarious. He's as much of a bitch as his son. Let's see where Shinji got his bitch-made attitude from. Straight from Pops. And I think that's it, pretty much it then. Usual for the riverside to show no signs of life. Also, incredible how until the Grail sequence, Maya is just completely fucking neglected and forgotten by the plot. And I think that is hilarious. Like her character, forgotten. Until one scene where he has to pick between Maya or Iceburn, and it's like, bro, come on. We know he doesn't give a fuck about Maya just as much as the viewer does, alright? We know this. This is not a choice. This is not what a choice is. Come on. From the riverside to show no signs of life. That's people's favorite place to relax. That's only 2 people. What the fuck is this? It's one ridiculous, conspicuous, and unusual pair to boot. Yeah. No, it's not the combination itself that's rare. But alright, they should be at each other's throats. Hey, it wasn't the fact that they have one master. They'd be killing each other outright. But no. Just chatting and eating ice cream! Yokata-man, maybe? Maybe? The shocking fact is revealed. Very strong. It's the Fusions! Get them, Karen! You get it with completely pointless commentary. Incidentally, Lance's eating strawberry flavored gelato. Yes, because what the fuck is this?
おかしいですか？僕と彼が一緒にいるのって。
いや、真面目な話おかしいだろ。坊主が固まるのも当然だ。
Mansa gets it.
そもそもな、てめえに可愛げがある時点でおかしい。
You fucking right.
別人じゃねえのか、本当。成長過程に謎がありすぎんだよ。猿から人以上の空白だね。
You're fucking right, Lancer. Tell him.
あ、いやいや、嫌われてるな。同じマスターを持つ仲間同士、仲良くやっていきたいんだけどな。
Thing is, you do get along until you grow up.
まあ、振り返ってみると誤解を招くことばっかりしてるから仕方ないんですけどね。
Cause your adult form sucks!
誤解なんか招いてないだろう。ありゃ間違いようのねえ暴君ぶりじゃねえか。どっからどう見てもいいとこなんざねえ。
Tell him, Lancer.
壊して根本から直さねえと改心しねえよ。
Exactly.
そうなんですよね。なんであんな大人になっちゃったんでしょうね。でも将来は変えられないんですよね。
Even he doesn't want to be that way. Damn.
未来が分かってるのってこんなに鬱なんですね。
Damn, he's like, yeah, dude, this shit's fucking ass. I don't want to become a dickhead. Come on. I want to be a nice person. Now the Shirosig Archer. I do wonder what turning point in Gil's life made him go from this sweet kid to just a full-on asshole. Like what did it? Or is it just like something that happens? Or I don't get it, man. What did you do? What did you experience, man? He simply hit puberty. Fuck's sake. Albo drops his shoulders dejectedly. Yep, tell that to Shiro seeing Archer. Literally. Peter Parker got the better of him mentally? Fuck. But he's got all the he's got so much greed here to... He just realizes he's him? Damn. But like, he's got so much money here as a child. You saw that. He made Waku Waku Splash! He made a whole theme park! He's still pretty chill. All you guys belong to me now. Damn.
本当ですか？よかった。ならお兄さんとは仲良しになれますね。嬉しいな。ようやく大人になっても友達になってくれそうな人に会えました。
I did not say that. I'm having you shot in the head.
すまん、それは無理。育ちきったお前とは付き合えない。根本から思考が合わないというか。
Exactly. Well, I'll have you shot in the head. Do you remember UPW? Because I do.
そうですか。ショックです。まともそうな顔して、お兄さんも子供の方がいいって言うんですね。育ちきったら趣味じゃないなんて、なんて偏った人なんだろう。
Gil? That's something entirely different. It sounds really wrong, and I think that's on purpose. That's on purpose, and Gil, I hate that you said that. It's not what Shiro meant.
小僧、そっちの人間だったのか。なるほど、それでか。いや、数いる剣の英霊の中からあそこまでちびっこの英霊を召喚するなんておかしいと。
Shiro, you're cooked. I'm not gonna lie.
わけあるか。俺の趣味はずっともっとまっとうだ。AI 趣味が過ぎる金ピカと一緒にすんな。
Yeah.
失礼ですね。お兄さんにだけは言われたくありません。
Shut up!
イリアさんの水着姿に赤面した時点で重罪です。
Idiot fans never get to live it down, do they? I truly dug my own fucking grave. I say Maio's my favorite character. I've truly dug my own fucking grave, huh? At least you guys get it. At least you get what... At least you understand that what I like about you. Alright, at least you guys get it. If nothing else. But that shit was out of pocket. That's not... Come on. But yeah, I can't defend Shiro on that one. I got nothing. Well, he owns Waku Waku Splash, you dingus.
この件に関してはそういうのとは別件かと。そもそもセイバーはちびっこではありません。
Me with that line. Unfortunately. What? 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 Wait. What?
女っていうより幼女扱いだと思うがね。
Shiro? What do you mean by that? Shiro, there's no fucking defending you when you keep doing this to yourself, buddy. There is no defending you when you keep saying this shit. I'm just gonna pretend. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see that. That didn't happen. Didn't see that.
ダメですよ、ランサーさん。その暴論だとライダーさんも敵に回します。
Yeah. Moving forward.
同感。お願いだからあんまり怖いこと言わないでくれ、ランサー。下手なこと言うとあっちの方からロケットが飛んでくるぞ。
Yeah.
あっち？あっちってどっちよ？
Oh, trust me, you don't want to know.
だからあっち。0時で呼んでもいいけど。
Mm-hmm.
呼ぶな。そりゃロケットじゃなくてミサイルだ。
At least you understand your place, Lancer.
しかも核がつく方ですね。
Mm-hmm.
だよな。ありゃなんとかに刃物だぜ。敵には容赦ねえからな。あのお嬢ちゃんは。
Exactly. That's kind of the point, Lancer. One boy last merely, and the guy in a lowland shirt just shrugs his shoulders. We're in a park on a weekend and all that, but this pair might make a pretty funny combination.
で、こんなところで何してんだよ、二人とも。
Moving on the conversation to something else. The lone short guy doesn't even try to hide its displeasure. One boy casts his eyes down sadly.
らしくないな。あんたたちが嫌がることなんてめったにないのに。あ、もしかして聖杯戦争が関係してるのか？
バカ言っちゃいけねえ。こと戦いで俺が悩むかよ。頭痛の種は別にある。この悩みに比べたら聖杯戦争なんざ楽しい部類に入るぜ。
Oh, really?
僕は逆ですね。聖杯戦争に参加するのに比べたら、まあ十分我慢できるんですけど。
What?
そうか？あの陰湿さに比べたら真っ向勝負のがマシじゃねえか。てめえも力勝負のが好きだろ？俺以上に勝ち負けをはっきりさせたがるたちなんだからよ。
力勝負はスマートじゃありません。できれば勝負しないで勝ちたいものですが、まあ戦略と戦術の違いは置いておいて。
We see how that works out for your adult form when you keep losing because you don't fucking go all out, you dumbass. Anyway.
はっきりさせたいって言うなら、あの人ははっきりしてますよ、ランサーさん。方針に迷いがありませんからね。
そりゃ方針次第だ。人をこき使うのに迷いがないなんざ人間としてどうかって話だろう。
人としてどうかと思いますが、上に立つ者としてはいいんじゃないですか。まあ僕はそういうの性に合わないんですけどね。
Uh-huh.
王様っていうのは自分だけの視野の他にちゃんとみんなと同じ視野を持ってなくちゃいけません。
That's an apt way to say how, you know, what it means being king. That's an apt way to say it. I can agree with that.
はあ、そりゃご立派なことで。よ、坊主。話は変わるが、俺の知り合いにとんでもねえわがままな王がいてな。
Oh, do you now?
自分以外の人間を雑種呼ばわりして見下すわ。この世のすべては自分に奉仕するのが当然と思い上がっているわ。その通りになる人間ってのをたまらなく嫌ってるやつなんだが、知ってるか？
I don't know, Lancer. I don't know. No one comes to mind, man. I don't know. Chat, can you think of someone who comes to mind? Does that sound familiar to you guys, chat? 'Cause I don't know. I don't know. Who's to say? I don't know.
知ってるよ。人の話
Never heard of such a person.
金さえ出せば何でも手に入ると思ってるわ。一日前の悪事をきれいさっぱり忘れてるわ。
Yeah.
女癖も悪くて、毎日のように振られているのに懲りずに粉かけに来るんだ。お前が俺を好きなのかではない。俺がお前を好んでいるか、それが全てなのだ。とかなんとか。
I don't know.
そうそう。加えて受けた恩も覚えちゃいねえ。借金を踏み倒すんじゃなくてよ、借金を当然の貢ぎ物だと思い込んでやがる。で、おまけに
何一つ他人のために働かないんだよな。無職だよ、無職。毎日遊んでるくせに真面目に働いている人たちから財産を没収してふんぞり返ってるんだ。
I never looked that way. He really is a king of needs, isn't he? I never looked at it that way. You're right, Shiro. You're right.
その通り。ほんと困ったもんだった。
Yeah.
でよ、話は変わるが、てめえはそういうのをどう思う？
Does it really matter? The blonde boy says from the bottom of his heart.
うわ、ひどい人ですね。そんな人本当にいるんですか？
Puts head on shoulder. Not yet. Not yet. Give it a few years. Give it a few years. And then maybe. Give it a couple years. Yeah? And it's you.
今心が通じ合ったな、小僧。
この場に他の連中がいたらみんな通じ合えたと思う。
You're both not. Child King stares at us in wonder.
で、結局のところ本当に何してんだよ。主語抜いてばっかりで話がわかんないぞ。
だからよ、アジトに戻りたくねえって話。
そうなんです。マスターがね、横暴なんですよ。
I highly doubt that.
マスター？
The master? Kotomine? No, it can't be. He's been dead since half a year ago. Must be someone else who formed a contract that keeps these two in this world. What kind of person? I think I sort of know, but maybe not yet.
へえ。どんなやつなんだよ、一体。
そんなのこっちが知りてえぜ。わかるのは前と同じぐらいサーバント使いが荒いってことだけよ。
Damn.
そっちはどうだ？俺より重宝されてるんだろ？
詳しいことは僕も知りません。何でも教会から修道院にたらい回しにされ、そこで転職を得たのです。だとか。
Yeah, it's Cotton, alright.
そんな微妙な経歴、自慢げに語られても困るんですけどね。
It's a bit weird. Well then, I couldn't entirely understand their story, but one thing is clear. The version Shiro recommended. These two share a natural enemy and it brought out a sense of camaraderie never seen before.
つまり、二人してマスターから逃げてると。
逃げてるわけじゃねえ。また無理な注文をされないよう行方をくらましているだけだ。
ランサーさんはいいですよ。0時の縛りが薄いんですから。僕なんてがっちりですからね。ちょっとお兄さんに肩入れすると後で大目玉です。
Damn.
マジかよ。ありゃ辛いよな。近くに控えさせておいて一日中無言だもんな。
Jeez.
間あたりには気が合いそうだけどよ。俺たちには針のむしろだよな。
Them are looking quite depressed. Not that they're very... So that they fear her prowess as a magus, just that they dislike her as a person.
思い出したんだけど、前にさ、ここ歩いてたら赤い布にとっ捕まったことがある。そいつ怪しい二人組を見なかったかっ って聞いてきたんだけど。
Cheryl, don't.
じゃあな小僧、休養を思い出した。もし同じ目にあったら、青い方は知らないが、金色の方はよくここの公園で遊んでいると伝えてくれ。
Damn!
僕もいても立ってもいられなくなりました。
Damn!
もし同じような目にあったら、金色の方は知らないけど、青い方は港にいると教えてあげてください。
Huh? Two of them exchanged equally nihilistic looks. As expected of war-hardened veterans that survived many a battle, no matter how friendly they may look, they're always ready to kick each other below the belt.
あばよ、お前も本気で気をつけろよ、小僧。
Lance is running away at full speed in the direction of the harbor.
それじゃあまた。気が向いたらでいいですから、あの人にはお兄さんの方から構ってあげてくださいね。
Right. Not to be outdone by Lance, the blonde kid is rapidly escaping towards the Miyama streets. Alright then. Every servants that play around in their master forces manual labor on them. I wonder which side has the worst luck. As an unrelated outsider, I still can't decide.
面白そうかな。
True.
あれはあれで。
Yeah. So kind of love triangle, not the least among them. Okay, interesting. Spend all your time on. It's such an obvious hiding spot, Lancer. No! Damn. Ah, naruhodo. The plot is calling, chat. The main story calls. First year spent deciding who to hate. Oh. Okay. Get nice and cozy here, alright. Anga backstory, this could be peak. We'll see, we'll see. We'll see if it beats the Kuzuki stuff. The Kuzuki backstory, we'll see. It depends. For a long time, he had been living in happiness. He was born in a plain, not so wealthy family. He had parents that were normal and a sister much younger than him. Woke up early in the morning, helping his father in the forest, carrying back the yield of the day to the village. That world of his was simple. Everyday life didn't change. That work had gone on for decades. His father and his father's father probably into the forest and lived under the grace of the mountain the same way. Just like his father and grandfather, he was also going to live a dull and boring life. There was the restlessness of youth, but he knew that would leave him as the years passed. A roof to sleep under, and a food not to starve, and the warmth of his neighbors. That was all he could ever ask for. But why? Why did it have to turn out like that? Villagers were at least entitled to this dull life. Hadn't been a rich village, but it brimmed with the rightness of being able to live normally and die quietly. The villagers weren't any different from him. The other villagers thought of him as one of them. This vexes him even now. Nothing had suddenly gone wrong. There was no mistake anywhere. The choice that was made had been undeniably the will of humanity, including himself. That's why it still vexes him, even now. Had it at least been the will of heaven, could have cursed God's cruelty and been done with it. Filthy demon. Came without any warning. As naturally as saying good morning to another. First, the eyes. Leaving the house, he went towards the woods like always. He said hello to a passing neighbor, who was ignored. His death took place in the middle of the village. Villages he had never met surrounded him, and he would never return there again. Hey, leave the left eye here. The sermon was performed calmly. Apparently, him and the devil himself. This fact, unknown even to him until now, left the people in grief and disgust. Finally, their anger rose up and his fate was decided. Damn noisy he is. You take care of that throat. was more doubt and fear within him. Why? Why do this? Why did this happen? Why did it have to be him, of all people? After all, no matter how hard he thought about it, there wasn't trace of a pretext to be found. But oh, hey, Cthulhu. On top of that, how? Yeah, as long as he can breathe, I guess. How could they do such a thing? Cut the tendons in his arms and legs. Only the tendons, mind you. Why belongs to everyone in this village. Must leave enough for everyone. Several men took care of the ceremony. Cursed by almost everyone he knew, his arms and legs lost their function even while retaining their shape. This is your punishment for not endowing our lives with abundance, they said. They meted out appropriate punishment to every part of his body. Cut his tongue off too, as we gave him the satisfaction of letting him die. Saw that by many of those he knew, he was covered in filth. It's what you get for threatening our lives, they said. Every part of his body rewarded their discontent. Serves you right, you damn demon! That was the end of him as an individual human. His emotions were destroyed by the pain of losing his body. His rational mind was destroyed from the sorrow of losing his dignity. I'll slaughter you. And so, he had been kneeling for who knows how long. Not a single moan escaped him. The branch piercing through his throat had started to rot. His tongue had been ripped out long ago. His vocal organs had become inflamed after a night of screaming. Why? People that knew him, that didn't know him, he was abused by everyone alike. I mean, the administering of justice needs no reason. They, with their righteous anger and morals, hated the demon confined atop the mountain without an ounce of shame. Alexis, you should not live! They laughed. Yet they would not even do him the kindness of killing him. Hatred begets more hatred. Going beyond terror and confusion, a hatred was eventually born within him. Whom must this hatred be directed at? Why? 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 He thought and spoke this question too many times to count. And as one of his eyes was crushed, and as his fingers were cut off by some scissor-like tool, the words he managed to squeeze out of his throat were, "Why me?" None of the villagers would tell him. Please stop. Please send me back. Please save me. He did not put voice to those wishes he had already given up hope on. He accepted it when the last of his fingers and toes, baked on his left foot, was cut off by the person who had once been his father. He had only a single wish left. Why me? That question alone was his final request. But nobody would tell him. When he realized the answer, he became a real demon. There was no reason as to why he was a demon. There was no reason for him to be chosen as a sacrifice. To begin with, the village elders, the people in power, never even knew him. Anyone would have been fine. It's not that he was hated because of his sins. Neither was he isolated because of his good deeds. It's a completely dull, ordinary person. He was chosen completely by chance. Just for the sake of one-day luxury, people he never met ended the life of a human that they never knew. That's all there is to it. Merely to fulfill the desires of a single night, his life, fostered well for decades, was trampled upon and crushed. This world is governed by things that are not people. This was said in the Kusugi backstory as well, actually. I see you. Okay. When he realized that, he decided upon the target of his hatred. All the evil in the world. Anga Manyu. Revered effigy thus became a genuine demon. An egg that will never hatch. The anti-hero of the small world that would rid it of all sins. He had no limbs to struggle in pain. His limbs were completely severed. Only his heart was still alive. No arms, no legs, no dignity left. He had no function as a human, but his sense of pain alone had yet to fail him. It took on a countless amount of hatred, of bringing forth hatred just as infinite. His collapsed personality gained order in its own broken way. He was stone. Never going outside the stone prison, his body wasn't allowed to move at all. The eyelid of his remaining left eye was fixed, not allowing it to close. His dry, cracked eyeball continued to stare at the outside world. He was just like a stone statue. A stone statue that was conscious. Not taking a single step, he watched the unchanging scenery for a month, a year, decades. He could neither avert nor close his eye. A treatment that would make him forget the fact that he was still alive before the tedium sickened his mind would, in fact, continue until his death. What frightened him, however, was the fact that this torture, difficult to bear for even a single day, would last for his entire lifetime. A healthy person's sanity would surely fall apart in no more than 7 days. What allowed him to endure it, what preserved his soul, was the fact that his sanity had already been broken. Unchanging scenery wouldn't break him. That which spread beneath his eye was his hometown. People that called him a demon as they turned him into a real one. The village that the hatred came from. Yet an unbroken view of it all. A repulsive mass of goodwill, prospering by sacrificing the weak. Who continue to hate as long as he lives. This absurdity. The hidden repulsiveness of mankind. A thoroughly tolerant world that approved of it. All that's left in this stone prison is the hatred that has become scorched in. Neither the personality nor the body that once belonged to him are in here. The soul in his physical body was annihilated long ago. It's already become something else. Only the hatred born from within him continues to smolder within his body, even to this day. That was a lot. I don't have much to add, because, like... Was it unfair? Well, technically no. Because, again, it could have literally been anyone. Like, that's all there is to it. It could have been anyone. Could the villagers not have done it? Probably. Oh yeah, this is really interesting so far. I'm really getting into it. Hence I'm really hamping up the lines. But, like... The best outcome is that they just didn't do it in the first place. You know, the superstition of, like... They have to get rid of all the evil in the world by just putting it all on one person. I guess that's not an option to just not do it. Who knows how many years passed like that? To him, having lost his sense of time, it will continue its dizzying transformation even as it stagnated. Ties he had from back when he was human were no exception. People that chose him, people that took away his legs and arms, people that were his blood relatives, people that he hated, and people that he loved. Hatred did not last as long as that held by the human That's wrong. The hatred did not last as long as that held by the human they sacrificed. Those who stole everything from him disappeared from this world before he did. Like shooting stars. The strong, merciless flicker of the ever-coming days burned into his eyeball. For a long time. It was left in that sunny spot. He saw so many lives. The result of too many meaningless lives. Consuming time and space. Burning up their own lives recklessly. Bearing children. Amassing riches. Yet ending without a trace. Hollow as they may have been, they were not void. Well, they ended. It's as though they did not continue. The wheel of time keeps turning. Lives wither and bloom again. Cycle of prosperity and decay. The scenery before him kept on spinning. There were times of destruction, overrun by believers of a different faith. There were times of expansion, taking fresh blood. Throughout it all, he continued to stare with hatred. Hatred was the only means by which he could connect to it. There's evil atop this mountain, breathing madness into all of us. That became a teaching passed down in the village since old times. As long as there was hatred, as long as he was hated, he would not die. The new villagers hated, worshipped, and thanked him as their everyday enemy. The young man who had become the demon didn't even exist there anymore. Hatred that gave birth to nothing. A blank space that existed to help life advance smoothly, day after day. An open hole in their everyday life. A dumping ground to receive all their overflowing emotions. What a convenient, false void that could never become anything. Which is why he loves to play that matching game, huh? That village, too, disappeared in a flash. Neither decay nor prospering. Times changed. People changed. The mountain village, and fulfilled its role, went back to being an open field. Everything he hated disappeared without a trace. His name and body had been lost. He had even lost sight of his soul. And in the end, even hatred left him behind. And yet, he is still connected to this place. Many years passed. People perished. The village perished. But even after his own body died, he cannot move from here. The hatred burned into this place is unchanging and undying. As long as the world of humans continues on, it will exist forever. In this empty wasteland. Forever gazing at the end of the world. Oh, hi, Tosaku. And like that, I finally opened my eyes. What the fuck was that? Cinema. Yeah, that was really damn good. Yeah, that's up there with like the Medusa backstory and Kusuke. Honestly, that's up there. That was really damn good. I turn my feet off the couch. My head throbs painfully. Care doesn't stop in a room that I sure would be used to appears as though a battlefield in the middle of a bombing. Standing up, I run while swinging my right arm. My arm is reckless as a person on fire. At the corner of the room, I was shaken off my delusions. In the corner, it's my servant, sitting down like always. I need a composure nor affection to answer him. Push him aside. I don't know what I'm trying to do myself. Stand in front of the mirror. Welcome back to reality, Bazett. Figure looking back at me is exactly the same as it was back when I stood here for the first time. There are no irregularities. There's nothing wrong with me whatsoever. But if I remember correctly, when I first saw this mirror, I felt uneasy. What happened to that arm of yours? Oh yeah! Tosca did ask that. What the fuck did she mean by that? I feel dizzy. Someone was locked away comes pouring out. That's right. I noticed it at the time. Something extra on me. Something extra on me reflected in the mirror. Someone that should be there is missing. What made that uneasiness so vague? Is it not the servant that's now laughing behind me? I keep staring at the reflection in the mirror. My disordered mind, the bear of concentration, sends me into another bout of vertigo. There, within my vision flashing on and off. I see a terrible image. Excuse me. She lost an arm at some... What? I get breath. Starts to calm down. Touch my left arm with my right hand. It's an illusion. Left arm is certainly there. So is a lingering feeling of discomfort that I can't seem to erase. What's from behind me? My mind, having just settled down, picks up speed once again. Turn around. Opening my eyes, I look firmly at him. He laughs like a clown. Okay. I do appreciate that, Cthulhu, and I'm looking forward to it. That face... as it might be familiar to someone other than me. Well, there's just seeing all his tattoos and shit. God damn, that's a lot of fucking curses, dude. Jesus. That's a lot of curses. Sure did. This is the second time. I really did not get... I didn't really look at him well enough the first time. Yeah. I really did not look at him well enough the first time, but now, a second look? Yeah. That's a lot of curses. He looks cool. He knows. Sora knew everything from the beginning. I realized that long ago, yet I still... And again, from certain angles, he looks like, depending on how they're cutting off his face and all that, his hair resembles Kiritsugu. Somewhat. It's like the way... It's like this part. That's like this part here. I'm probably just crazy, but... Is it willing to trust his servant? Is you. So could you stop? I wonder, chat. Now, if you can answer me or not on this, I don't know. if Bazett actually did kill every servant and master, well, she's killing all the servants. If she did kill all the servants, even Berserker, and technically won the war in quotations, wouldn't it just reset anyway? Because she has the... Yeah, I figured she literally wouldn't win. I was always thinking about that, but I wasn't ever sure. But I thought I'd at least now ask the question, and that makes the most sense to me. Yeah, you would just get reset anyway because you technically already have the Grail. You're using it right now to keep this shit going.
もういいだろう、マスター。この茶番はさ、聖杯戦争を続けたいあんたが引退した連中を引き戻して遊んでいるだけってわけだ。
So desperate to play, she forced everyone else to were her previous to play again. Like, damn, bro, wait till the next one. Wicked laughter. He's getting on my nerves. It's getting on my nerves. He's getting on my nerves. Getting on my nerves. Hi, Manta. Hi. Probably.
人聞きの悪い。単にあんたが聞かなかっただけだろう。5回目の聖杯戦争がどうなったのかを聞いてくれれば、あんたがどうやって殺されたか教えてやったのに。
I heard Kodosu. I know what that means. I'm not gonna point anything after. I'm not gonna point more at that. But I heard that. I heard that word. I know what that means. So what happens next? It hurts. Yeah, I'm like, I know what that word means. I've heard that word a lot. I know what that means in this context you're putting forth here, game. I'm not gonna ask though until you tell me. Chaos feel the head hurts. My eyeballs like glare them hurt. My disordered breathing hurts. And above all, of having pain in my left arm. That's what's just been amputated. Also, it's not so much that, it's so much gets killed, actually. Let's put on my nerd glasses real quick. But I suppose the word can change context. Shadow holds his hands out. Feeling of my left arm shoots through my brain. Bazett was losing it. We are fucking going crazy. I trusted him. Found him as a comrade. When I let loose those words, I lose all rational thought. Just being there. Not to bury my own existence, I ran out. If he'd taken me somewhere on their own. She's just running away. Torn memories, left arm spilling invincible blood. Taking all rational thought away from me. I can't remember. I only heard it, yet I still can't recall the conversation I had with that girl. Dead, she said. So when I died, and the Fifth Holy Grail War was over. Died? Who? Fled back then too. Not even hearing that the Holy Grail War ended was enough to disturb me. How did such a trifle end up destroying me so thoroughly? For some reason, Bazett, you're alive. I don't know how, but you are. I run. Nowhere to go, yet I'm running towards one very certain place. Left arm feels like it's being torn off. As a pain invades my mind. It was like endless chaos and confusion. I left my hometown. An antique that had no place in the association. She went further and further into a corner. I tried to find my worth and could not. Leaving my hometown far behind. I realized just how much I loved it. Yet I could not go back. Nothing definite. My own self was still vague. With an imposing exterior, nothing more. And on that day, for the first time, I saw strength I could rely on. Not needing anyone. I obviously admire that. And how much easier my life would be if I could be the same. You need to calm down, lady. Cringe and pain. For some reason, Bazett, I did not mean to quote it like it's the fucking Star Wars. I don't mean to quote it like that. I'm sorry. That was not my intention. But you're fucking right. For some reason, Bazett came back. Like, huh? Cringe and pain. I'm morphine my bag. This will be the first time I ever wanted a painkiller. Get injected into my left arm. So I'd rather have it right in my spine. That way it would hit my brain right away and I can forget everything. But Kuriko was nerfed hard in the remake? Wait, how so? Please explain. But disappointing, honestly. How bad was it? This poor lonely girl. Honestly, I feel really bad for Bazett. They touched Peak. Apparently, they've ruined Peak. How could they? Forget it. Forget all about it. I want to hear about who died. I came to this town as a master. I couldn't care less about that man. Why was I the one chosen? Bazett Fragademitz is a sealing designation enforcer. Well, you slice a Holy Grail war in a faraway eastern lands, definitely outside of her jurisdiction. Justifiable crash out, true. There has to be a reason. Has to be another reason I'm here. That reason made me so happy. I was so happy to be able to meet him again after all these years. A mess. Who died? A mess. Who died? A mess. Who died? Wonderful. I can hear a silver-colored song. Finally here. Place that I never entered up until now. Place I wanted to visit for a long time. What I've heard, it's a small yet elegant chapel. He abstained from luxury and led a life of self-imposed stringency. I'm sure the building would be very much like him. Gloomy decorations, a tension in the air. These are all aspects of him. These are the man I trusted. Make me nostalgic just by thinking about it. Did not come sooner. It's where I'll find him. Fifth Holy Grail War, the priest will always welcome those who visit this church and... Huh? So it is destroyed. When did this happen? And why is it fixed in daytime? This isn't what I heard. Nothing but ruins and an unfamiliar girl waiting for me in this place. In the story mode, you can simply skip to the last point you go to. Normal mode, they give you 99 retries. In the new mode, with the newly added characters, they still give you like 10 retries. However, the Shinji no longer playing with 5 HP with instead of 12. Wait, so you don't spend you don't have 3 skips because you spent a command spell? What the fuck? That's the whole point! Because you're playing as a master servant duo, so you have 3 command spells to try again! That's the whole point! Also, newly added characters, who's that? What do you mean newly added? In the new mode, with the new added characters. Who would that be? Aside from the original roster, is there anyone else they added? Scuba's that split right down. This is the true tragedy. It is! This is heartbreaking! Well, the challenge is gone. Wait, so when you press retry, you lose, you press retry, you get the fucking command spell animation. Do they just not play the command spell animation? There's no command spell. The only downside to having used up your command spells is that you have to do an additional match of Hanafuda against Taiga after defeating Kirei, which at that point doesn't really matter. Wait. So, if you run out of... You have 3 retries. Because you have 3 command spells. But you have... What? You have 99 retries, 3 command spells. After you use the 3, you have to fight Taiga. and then you can just go back to where you left off. Huh? This music is fitting because this is a tragedy! What the fuck? This is horrible! There's like an extra scenes in terms of, oh, you used to be a command spell. I want to use the grail for myself. Ah. So tight, so... so you use up command spells, and Tiger's like, alright, I'm gonna use the grail to keep this going, so we can keep retrying. That's so stupid! That's so dumb! That defeats the point of the story! The story is that you collect the little wish orbs. Dragon Balls. To make your wish on the grail! What? But you can just have the girl from the start because you ran out of retries? I'm crashing out! I'm crashing. This is stupid! I'm crashing out! This is so dumb! Tap Moon, what the fuck? How did you ruin the best game mode in this game? How? I don't understand. They ruined my children's card game! Blood must be paid! Psycho, tell me if got rid of Elis, we'll see in the remaster, or at least got rid of Shiro's creepy lines there. Yeah, right, actually. They get rid of some of the very questionable stuff with Shiro. I don't see them getting rid of the Elia pool scene. Like all of it. I hope they change some lines, if anything. That's the most I hope for, is that they change some lines. That's what I hope for the most, honestly, but I don't know. Hope not, that was hilarious. Listen, that's not Shiro, man. That's not how he is. That's, come on, that's not Shiro, man. That's someone else. That would have been in here. Damn. It's a 2v2, huh? I can't believe you saw the trim. It's true. I can't. I'm so caught up in the fact they ruined Hanafuda. How do you fucking ruin Hanafuda? How? You just take what's in the original, you translate it, and put it in the remaster, and you were done. You didn't have to touch anything. Nothing at all. And you somehow still fucked it up. I doubt they got rid of that scene. It's a playable and so is Soken. They didn't censor his dick worms either, so I had to play it through all the routes again. So they said, okay, so in the Stay Night remaster, they censor his dick worms, but in Hanafuda, in Heaven, in Ataraxia, they don't censor his dick worms. Okay. Sasuga Nasu! Great! So Stay Night remaster, we follow the affordable worm designs, but in Hanafuda, like, alright. I know I shouldn't, like, be an elitist about it or some shit. It's like, oh, they made it easier, like, so people who struggle a lot with it can, you know, like, take their time to learn and get a bunch of tries so that they can just get through the whole thing. Yeah. It took me not even fucking how many hours to learn Hanafuda. It did not take me even that long. As a matter of fact, the limited retries and the, like, how punishing it was made me want to just learn faster and made me focus more. So okay, this is that, this is this combination, this is that, this is what this does, this is what this does, this is what that. It made me want to learn faster and better because I have limited retries. If I lose, I have to go back to the start and carefully choose the matches I do to get back to where I fucked up. Now that you made it baby easy mode, you're just gonna storm through the whole thing. Like, I don't want to be like a super elitist about it. It's like, it's not that hard to... Dead ass, it wasn't that hard to learn. Once, it looked very confusing at first, but when I sat down, did the tutorial, just did some of the matches, even if I lost or not, didn't matter. I just did the matches and learned as I played. Boom, I learned. It was not that hard to learn, so I don't understand why we had to make it easy baby mode. I'm sorry for being an elitist about it. I'm usually not. But damn! Hanafuda's not that hard. When, you know, the game gives you, you know, it lets you tell what combinations you can have and all that. Playing RL is probably really difficult. But besides the point. Alright. Okay. That's just, man, that's... Hit the grass. Hanafuda's not the thing I thought would make me crash out about a remaster. So probably, it really is. That's how I'm looking half the time. Like, are you, like... I'm stuttering so much. I'm feverishly upset that they ruined my favorite game mode in the re-release. Thank God we didn't play that one. Damn. I'm happy I didn't wait for it now, almost. With the Hanafuda thing. God, I'm almost happy I didn't wait for it. Jesus. Probably would have avoided getting, you know, banned for a day. But at least I enjoyed a very nice game of Hanafuda. Which we'll get to the free play modes with the additional stories, like the mini story things eventually. We'll get to that. I'm gonna do those. I do want to do those. I don't know when, but I do want to do those. Especially the Shinji mode. I think the Shinji mode is gonna be really interesting. And we'll see how long it takes. But alright. That's an L for the remaster. We'll have our Ataraxia, exactly. Shows cravings in the game and ruin a good mini game. You recommend Ataraxia as a sequel? It's like it's a joke. I mean it. You ruin the difficulty of a fun mini game and take care of that. Most people played Fate Sent Out through its eyes, but we do some dumb harem protagonists with a lolly fetish. You're not, see, like, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's not. I haven't played the remaster. I haven't even installed the thing. It's so good. Like, it's. I know what you mean. Like, it's funny. It's funny till they keep pointing out and say, "Hey, you, Shiro, come on." Like, the way they point out constantly, it's funny. Yes, it's fun in some way, but you know how some people are. The more something gets pointed out about a character, they're gonna start taking it as a fact and think that their character is like that. You know, the more they keep pointing out, they're gonna think that Shiro is some harem protag with a lolly fetish. The more they keep fucking pointing it out and having him be that way. So it's like, it's funny like once or twice, but they just keep doing it. Never Sims or the evil prototype lolly. Welcome. Great. But yeah, I haven't read the remaster. I don't think I will at any point in the future. I don't know when I would, honestly. It would be on my own time then, but I don't know when I would. Yeah, I find it uncomfortable because it's like, this is not the Shiro I remember. Like, he'll say some things and it's like, oh yeah, this is Shiro written, you know, as he should be and all that, and then he says some weird shit about Eel and it's like, okay, that's a bit different than how he usually are, okay. But I always chalk up to that as, I think as you said, Angelo, like, this is a more relaxed Shiro. He's not stressed about the fact he's in a war. He's calm, he's more loose, like he can live his life a little, live this life. That's why I try to chalk it up to, but when they keep hammering it in, especially with that Ledser and Gil scene, it's like, dude, I get it. He likes Elia. I get it. And he likes Saber, who looks like a child. I get it. God damn. I mean, it's not that stuff wasn't. It wasn't Stay Night 2. That stuff was somewhat in Stay Night 2. Not as much, obviously. So it's like it's wrong for him to include it in HA as well. It is it is still writing him as Stay Night wrote him. But it's like, damn, it's really channeling the KT energy of making characters very one-note in some ways. Holy shit. But man, I don't know. I guess I would still recommend the remaster because it is like it will help show that we want more visual novels from Type Moon. The more it sells, the more chance we get of like, hey, we want more like re-releases and maybe all the visual novels that you haven't made yet or are making, and we want them. We want them. Like, hello, we want them. Because at least the least they do is they streamline the experience, like full HD, expands the the image to full screen, like all nice, beautiful details, like all the nice stuff you would want. So I would still recommend buying the remaster. So if you're gonna play the Hanafuda minigame, get yourself a 100% save file of the original and play that version, please. That's what I would say. If you want to play Hanafuda, don't play the remaster Hanafuda. You are doing the game mode an insane disservice to how it was originally intended to be experienced. And I usually don't focus on that, but like, I really want, like, I can't, there's so many people that are not going to experience Hanafuda the way it's intended. And that really ruffles, that really grinds my gears. God damn. This show got ruined. I mean, a bit with show being likes means him being bummed down to someone who goes Saber just mooch off. Then storm out on top of all shit. Makes me wish show keeps being self-destructive. Makes me I obviously you're not fully serious on that. But yeah, I don't know. Shiro's writing is like it's different. It's certainly different. It's certainly different. I mean, he's got moments where he shines even brighter than he does in Stay Night, honestly. He has scenes in HA here where he shines even brighter than he does in Stay Night. Or some of the pinnacle of his scenes in Stay Night. But then he's got those weird scenes. He's got those questionable moments, like, god damn. Alright. That's enough hammering on my first 5 motions long Princess of Crest now, but oh yeah, right, they changed 5 motions lore. Right, she's not an Irish princess anymore. She's now an immigrant. I forgot they changed that. I forgot about that change. Tosca who since yeah. British John Fish crash out. That's completely fine, Angelo. That's completely fine. There was something had to make me crash out at some point as well, right? Something about the remaster and HA John would have made me crash out at some point. There it is. Yes, I stubbed my toe. Damn. I'm sorry to hear that. Monster Angelo, don't worry. We are all here because we all collectively really like this franchise, right? We love Fate, Tsukihime, Mahoyo, all this nonsense. We love all of it, so we're saying it out of a place of love, right? We all understand this. It's a place of love, and we don't like the way some things have been done with the things we love, and wish it was different. Like Shiro's writing in HA, Hanafuda minigame. Hate that I love it. Exactly, it's like, I love it, but I hate, but I love it. Exactly. That's the only good one. Whoa, okay. Well, we're gonna have some crazy opinions. Let's not listen to that one. So, and do not worry. I 100% get where you're coming from. I hate that bum nuts. Got them right. Rally against them. Fucking overtake them. Let me take over. Let me write this shit. Man, I'll do a better job. Trust me. Don't trust me for shit. So yeah, honestly, Angelo. Yeah, I get. Don't worry about it, because we see and we hear, we understand. We all love this franchise and wish it didn't do some certain things. 100%. Like well, in the Cell route, I didn't like how her story concluded at all. I absolutely fucking despise how her story concluded. But is it like an appropriate ending to her and CL's story for CL's route? Yeah. Yeah. But I fucking despise it and wish it didn't happen. But nothing we can do about that. And the HA peak for me, it's nice seeing different opinions. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, I have been really enjoying HA, but some of the extreme, I'll put it bluntly, Gunnar dialogue is a bit fucking ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie. It's funny, but it's like, bro, come on. Especially the writer bathroom scene. It did not need to be that long. And be there in the first place, frankly. I don't think we needed that. I really don't think we needed that. I'm gonna be honest. That it didn't add like much of anything. So the crash out against but obviously I just thought it was funny, but yeah. Let's like a 2% part of it. Yeah, like it's about 2% part of why I don't dislike that scene, but other than that, it's like it's so fucking stupid. It's such a dumb scene with the hair and all. It's like, bro, come on. You must have had a dog saying that the hair jerked him off at this point. Like, just fucking say it. Just say it. You want to say some weird shit, just say it. At this point, just Natsu, write it. I know you want to. Just say it. May suspend. Yeah, exactly. And again, yeah, it's an Erage. It's gotta have some Erage stuff in it, even in its main route, in main plot. I get it, but still, it was a bit excessive. Get some action. It's true though. She can't. Just not out in the blue like that. But all right, we all got out of our system, right? We all good. We all got some of our grievances out of the way. It is fitting, chat. Thank you for the mambo. Swear I'm reading it for the plot. Exactly. It's fitting we all had a crash out when we're in the church, you know, where you tell your, you know... Survival fine motion will continue. Real. It's fitting we do this in the church, that we start having this crash out. It's fitting, isn't it? It's fitting. Now we get all our grievances out of the way, now that we're at the church. We truly can't escape this goddamn place, and when we times we pick to crash out on things. About to get out the 50 to my second. Like, bro, are you done? Thank you for listening to our confessions, Karan. Thank you. Oh, that is really funny. Thank you for listening to our confessions, Karan. I will not continue the plot. I'm sorry. But I had some getting shit out of my system, alright? Thank you. You're a good priest. Here's its climax. My left arm is falling off. I thought my left arm's about to fall off the way I'm mad. Horrible news. I mean, good news. Sorry.
あなたが望むものは初めからなかった。琴峰綺麗がただの一度もあなたを愛したことがなかったのに。
Well, Bazett, I'm sorry, but yeah, he loves nothing and no one except pain. I was chosen because of the recommendation he gave me. Yeah, this is a bit much.
監督役から直々に指名があるとはね。何か個人的な交友でもあったのかな、バゼット君。
I have a feeling we know why he picked her, right? Easy to manipulate. I think it's pretty obvious to manipulate the poor girl. Because goddamn, is she clearly easy to manipulate when she's connected to someone? Good lord, it's... Yeah, that's... man. Even in your death, Kotomina, we learn new shit fucked up about you. And even the vulgar sarcasm association faced me. It's happy to be chosen by the man that never chose anyone. Yeah, he played you like a goddamn fiddle. We never continued from where we left off last time. Mixing business and personal affair would only disappoint him. I recognized my abilities. He recommended me as a master. Therefore, when I met him, it would be as the victor. Then to see him only after winning the Holy Grail War. Excuse me. Everything was going smoothly. In a contract with the ideal servant, set up my base in a Western-style mansion which had been used by Magus before. So not some masters will be present. As I was preparing for the upcoming battle, he came to visit me in that room and... What a blood-curdling scream. Jesus Christ. He killed me. I remembered. Those were my last moments. Fate of one miserable master that was called to the Holy Grail War. Never had the chance to participate in it. Answer never despised a single one of his masters, or kings, or rulers, except one man. Exactly as Avenger says, we attacked him from behind. I was on the verge of death. My left arm holding the command spells had been torn off. I was left alone in that mansion. Oh yeah, that's why she was missing an arm. Right. Okay, that makes sense then. My wound would bring death if I moved even slightly. It was also a fatal wound that would eventually kill me even if I didn't. I'm only alive. I made a wish from the bottom of the unconsciousness that was running out together with my blood. True. God, that makes that scene even better, honestly. That makes Lancer's scene in UBW even better. Not for revenge. With death overtaking me, I had no room for anger at being betrayed. Nor was it despair. My dimming mind felt no sadness at the betrayal. At that moment, I had but one thought remaining in my heart. I don't want to die. I want to die in a place like this. I want to die in such a pitiful way. I can't bear dying alone like this. Time had stopped. When halfway towards death, I kept on screaming until the remains of my life were all used up. And then... that was really creepy. Mysterious and unfamiliar something. That's really creepy. Happened to hear me. It was most likely what used to be the Holy Grail. Formless void inside the Holy Grail smashed by the window of the 5th Holy Grail War. By all rights, if the Grail had been destroyed, it ought to have returned to the Throne of Heroes. But that thing lived inside the Holy Grail. No. Inside the wish-granted Grail, it had finally taken the form of the hero everyone had wished it to be. It was a servant reborn inside the Holy Grail. One called all the evil in the world, and become the demonic Grail that grants people's wishes. It answered my call. How much of an embodiment of the Holy Grail he may be, he was a servant. Without a master, he would disappear. Through an impossible miracle, accident that would never happen again, he'd finally become the hero that everyone wished him to be. And yet he would disappear, having lasted not even one night. Our mutual interests happened to coincide in the fact that neither of us had a future. Well, of course. I was already about to meet my end. I was delirious. I had no time to contemplate that being's nature. I was just terrified that, after my death, my body would rot, decay, and eventually become nothing. That's why only one thought remained burning in my mind as I laid on the verge of death. I don't want to die. I want to extend the contract. Thus, the thing that had lost its old shell known as the Holy Grail found a new home in me by forming a contract. I lost consciousness the very next moment. That is, I died. So what's left here is my corpse. A pitiful misconception repeating the same 4 days indefinitely, frolicking forever inside a walled garden. My last wish been want to be resurrected. I doubt he'd have been able to grant even then. He said it himself. The dead cannot revive the dead. Give form to the dead is a privilege, reserved only for the living. That's why the most he can do is deceive the soul. It preserves the soul separated from the body. For as long as the contract is in force, he will play this convenient dream, with real life set as its stage. It's lavishly ornamented. A hollow, like a cradle, built in the depths of slumber. That's right. It's never any Holy Grail itself is what Bazett wished for. And that servant was my very own wish-granting Holy Grail. Well. All cards are out on the table. It does. That it does. That is a lot to take in, though. And yeah, do I blame her for making this wish? No, probably not. Probably not. It was her last dying breath. I really don't blame her. For at least throwing that wish out there in hopes of a miracle. So I can't really say she's at fault. I mean, heck, she basically gave us this. She gave us this game, basically, right? What became this game. So yeah, like, I wouldn't blame her at all. She gave us some of the greatest moments in Fate, honestly. If I'm gonna be honest, like, slice of life. Like, rare moments of slice of life in Fate. So, like, hell yeah, no. Honestly, thank you. Honestly, thank you. Cause damn. Yeah. Hey, that's besides the point, man. That's besides the point. Come on. That's besides the point. Come on now. Fuck you, right. Alright, hang on, you got a lot of shit to, you, I don't know what I even say to you. I finally got to the church. Settlements have to be behind Bazett. Just flee for the lady ought to seek refuge here. But Bazett Flogamagan admits this church is the last bit of support you can rely on. There's the one place you should never set foot in. It probably will be. For you. Even though, judging by your own good mood earlier, I can expect to meet with instant death if I face her right now. I'm not the kind of servant who would abandon his master when she's at her most desperate. Prepare myself for the possibility that my head is about to part ways with my body. I fumble in the darkness until my hands find the door. Inside the abandoned building, there's a woman feebly hanging her head. And at the altar, there's a silver flower in bloom. Woman doesn't answer. Well, she calmed down, but guess she's still mad at me. Oh. She cuts me short. There's emotion in the words she shot at me. Can't be faulted. It really cannot be faulted. The woman has become a machine. In that case, it doesn't leave me to stay human either.
聖杯戦争は終わらない。
Yes.
聖杯戦争が続く限り、私は死なない。
The 50 billion time. Yes. That's fine then. As me as she heads out of the church. I can't believe it. Right now, I'm genuinely shocked.
待て。ならいいってなんだ。ここまで来て振り出しに戻るのか。
1日目に戻るのはいつものことでしょ。今さら何を言うのです、あなたは。
Oh, wow. Tables have turned.
わからないな。からくりを知ったんだろ。ならもういいはずだ。この世界は死にかけだ。終わらないが続かない。そんなところにいたって何にもならないじゃないか。
I wonder, is this just for Yuki? Can't she just like... Can't she just take a plane and get the fuck out of here? Is she... Or is she like stuck... Is there... Because Tosa came back. She wasn't in here. Meaning she wasn't part of the loop. She came in and then... And then now it's stuck here. So like, are you saying you can't leave? I'm guessing that's the case. Like, you can get in here and enter this world, but you can't leave. It would be sure. True, sure would be okay with it, despite the shit he'd been through.
それは外の世界も同じことです。
Right, you know what? That's a good point. Right. If she tried to step out for Yuki, she would be dead. Why? That's a good point. That's a good point. All right, let's put her out of the equation. Let's say someone else tried to leave. Let's say someone else tried to leave. Would they be able to leave the loop, and what would they see? That's what I'm wondering. What would they see if Shiro tried to leave, and he did? What would he see of the world? I'm assuming the world will have just continued. What if a servant tried to leave, actually? Like, what if Saber tried to leave? Would she just disappear? Or am I asking two big brain questions that the game will just not bother answering? Probably.
私を取り巻く世界も、それを許す世界そのものも、とっくに崩壊しだしている。
True.
再生はない。あとはただ、滅びをどれだけ緩やかに引き伸ばすかだけの話だ。
She's terrified. She's saying she's terrified of the inevitable death.
私たちは未来のない世界に生きている。そんな現実に戻るなら、ここで永遠に繰り返していた方がいい。
Man, do I not blame you?
そうだ。もっと早く気がつけばよかった。裏切られたからって悲観することはない。元から私には何もなかった。あんな場所で生きるぐらいなら、4日間しか続かなくても、ここで生き続けた方がマシだ。
Then stop killing everyone, man! Now you know you could stop killing all of us, huh? That's like the one thing I wish you'd stop doing, is killing all of us. I'd appreciate if you didn't. That's wrong. You make us fine. But stalling in here is a bit of a waste. So you struggled to breathe up until now?
こっちのがマシか。それこそ何を今さら口にする。現実が厳しいなんてそんなこと、あんたは生まれた時から分かっていたんじゃないのか。
She's a pessimist. She's pessimistic because she's weak. However, it's swelling up that weakness and dying, that's the number one sign of being human. That's what the priest was saying.
話はここまでです。戦いを続けます。
You've got to be kidding me. There's no point! You should know there's no point now!
あなたは私のサーバントだ。私の方針に従っていればいい。
I can't believe this. Besides leaving the church, it's completely beyond my expectations. Thought that once she regained her memories, she would reject this silliness once and for all.
こりゃもう一押し必要かな。
Unfortunately, I can't really think of anything. Well, whatever. Master intends to fight, the servant ought to just follow along. One last push will be a job left for the hero of justice. Hi, Crisis.
あなたはまだ続けるのですか?
The woman standing at the altar. Just senses she might just die if I get any closer. Segi no Mikata! Yeah. This is between us now. It's the closest we can manage. If we could ever talk to her, touch each other to begin with.
仕方ないだろう。契約者が続けるって言うんだ。使い魔が自分から契約破棄したら、魔術師のルールが壊れる。
わかりました。確かに、あなたの立場ではそれが最善でしょう。
Mm-hmm. It turns cool and indifferent. Says neither one of us care much for the other's existence. Our conversations are never any longer than they need to be. However, for whatever reason...
あなたに会いました。とても楽しそうだった。
She brings up something unnecessary.
ま、楽しい分にはいいだろうさ。
Conversations plural. Oh. I mean, hey, there could be off-screen conversations, I don't know. Give a vague reply. Well, I should show joy or envy, react with surprise or with sorrow. You two meet? Honestly, who knows what he's doing when Bazett's sleeping? Who knows? He might go out somewhere, I don't know. By him having fun. I know, I mean, Avenger always seems like he's having fun, I'm not gonna lie. But bro is always jovial, you know? There's so many loops at this point that who knows, they might have met at some, and they might have chosen to meet in one of them loops, alright? There's so fucking many of them. Like, goddamn. Honestly, I have no idea. Also, I just read chat. Is this the first time a servant enters the church? I could just be teaching a school? True. I just read, this is the first time a servant enters the church. Caster, right, excuse me. But did she ever enter the main chapel, though? There too, SMH. Saber. It's... Guild. Fuck. Alright. Okay, okay, listen. I got nothing. Visual novel reader doesn't read a visual novel, I know. Honestly, Crisis, if you don't want to get Archer... Fuck, stop! If you don't want to get spoiled, Crisis, this is like the thick of it. This is the thick of the plot. You probably shouldn't be if you don't want to get spoiled. Because we are in the absolute thick of it. So honestly, for your own experience, I probably don't recommend you stay in. If you want to remain spoiler-free. But it sounds like you've been doing pretty good so far, so... Yeah, but it's getting awkward. So let's get this over with. Yeah. I mean, that's just my recommendation. Like, you can choose to stay out. That is just my recommendation, considering we're, like, in the absolute, like... Major, but I... Alright, I appreciate you stopping by, Crisis, though. I do appreciate it. Alright. I do appreciate it, but yeah. You're it's almost your time to play it. It's almost your time. It's best experience without spoilers. Kickstart viewer. What was slop as like, huh? Damn.
忠告してあげるわ。
Oh, really?
契約を切るか、このまま続けて終わってしまうか。どちらにせよ、彼女は救われないでしょう。
Damn, damn, Minion. Just like that. I've been doxed again. It really is as simple as breathing, too. I did what it is. The answer you're seeking is probably yes, so we're gonna go with that. Yeah. Yeah. Also, Kaden, that means the same thing. I'm not gonna lie, that means the same thing. Cancelled or weathered out, like, oh, runs, like, same thing. That makes no sense. That's the same thing. No shit, she won't be saved because the contract is gone, therefore she's dead. Like, come on now. Ah, I don't want to hear it. Fuck! You're not gonna clip that, right? What does this mean? I don't know. You're not gonna clip that. Don't. You wouldn't. You're literally all going. I don't want. Damn, man. Fuck. First show, not Angamonio. Kilogram. God damn. No, I wouldn't. Jesus. God damn. I was about to say, I know my good's and evil, but I realized, no, he does too. Fuck. Damn. That doesn't matter. Your stamina isn't there. Your stamina isn't correct in the first place. Want to be the best therapist in the story? She's probably doing up corpses. Hey, so far we can go with that joke. I'd say, but yeah, it's fine. Really? That's what I'm saying. Is he really want to be saying that? Apparently. A little bit. A little bit. I ain't got no clue about bringing salvation while alive, unfortunately. Once I fell into despair, it can't be changed. So instead, you just need to switch that despair with something more meaningful. This one lies under deathbed. You have to savor the illusion of a well-spent life in their final moments ought to bring happiness to any human. Hold on, chat. Yeah. Just something in my nose is really pricking me. It was really irritating. Ah, my god, now. It was just a hair. Hey. There we go. Perfectly good. Alright. This fucking... God damn it. This clip. I'm upset. I'll listen to it. Fine. Gone. Therefore she's dead. Like, come on now. I don't want to hear it. Just having my blank reaction. Not with me swearing. Just realization of like, ah, fuck. That's good. That's good. Thank you, Minon. Thank you. Can't believe I did it twice. Not even twice. It's right, I did it again. I cannot catch a fucking break with that shit. How many times did it happen now? I don't remember how many times that's happened now. I've honestly lost track. Too many. It's the answer. It's too many. Sure, it's happened quite a few times. Yeah, that's the thing. It's happened a lot now. Huh? Million. Well, yeah, he's survived a million times. He's arrived. Wait, actually, a million. That's how many times have we fucking done this? Wait, how many? Oh god, actually that's... Holy shit, how many times have we actually done this now? What the fuck? That... I don't... That makes me think about how much we've actually been doing this shit. Good lord. Yeah, it's a lot of loops. That's a lot more than Horimiya, that's for sure. I'm gonna go up the stairs. In the end, I'm the only one left in the chapel. A string of ordinary days that I already know everything there could possibly be to know about. A world dimming ever so slightly with every new event. A world that I've never personally experienced, where everything is known to me at the same time. There are still some gaps in it, but I'm sure even those are just worthless bits of daily life. Ah, well anyway. Damn. Being criticized for lying doesn't put me in a good mood, that's for sure. Who does that woman think I am anyway? Cradle Hollow. What? There's so more chapters? Damn, I thought we were getting close. Give me a bunch of new stuff. Damn! Fuck! Okay, we are really getting close to the end then. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man! The plot is so heavy, chat. I'll check just in case. So I'll check just in case. Alright. Anything at nighttime? Nope. Okay. Okay, so I'm with Tiger. Got it. So the 9th, so I'm with Tiger. Nothing. 10th, nothing. Nothing, yep. The 11th. Nothing. Nothing. Okay, so that's it. Alright, did we just do Tiger first? Or does it not? If it doesn't matter, I guess we'll just do Cotton first, then if it doesn't really matter. Exit, restart. I'm guessing it doesn't matter, right? Yeah, it probably doesn't matter. Yeah. Alright, Cotton, what is it? Okay. Yeah. The 3rd time. In the end, I'll go visit the church. I remember how many times I dragged myself here. Rules of the 4 days will not apply here. I can meet and part with her however many times I wish. Two of us would eventually run out of things to talk about, though. The elements do not enter here, so it's only natural that I would someday fill in all of the events. Fill in all of the events. Excuse me. I come to the church and fill the blank spaces. To fill the blank spaces. This will be the last time. Visits after this one will mean little to me. Not that I'm tired, but I've run out of vigor. I need is momentum, not rest. Let's go produce a little energy. Hee-ho. Phones are rather short this time. Expecting so much, it's a bit of a letdown. Seeing as it did give me a little of the energy I was after, I guess it was fine. Running heat in my chest feels good. They do say it's bad for your health if you don't get angry once in a while. Here we are, staring at each other, being really mad. However, I'm not satisfied with what follows afterwards. Cotton, who has finished her performance, again stands in front of me, silent. Maybe just me, but she looks to be in an even worse mood than before. You could even say she's standing imposingly. What? Oh. Cloudiness matches this church. Angry Cotton. When it appears in sunlight that makes you feel alive, this is definitely greatness that matches the church so well. The church itself has a long history. Built way before the war, it was renovated after incurring heavy damage during the Third Holy Grail War. President Kotomine Rise was dispatched as a qualified candidate who was particularly familiar with the land. He was the father of Cotton's predecessor, Kotomine Kire. What? Kotomine Rise, despite his young age, performed the role of a supervisor in the Third Holy Grail War. In recognition of his achievements, he was entrusted with this church. Plenty of experience under his belt, he strove for an even better outcome in the Fourth Holy Grail War, but died due to unforeseen circumstances. I forget who killed him. Right, no, it was Kotomine. It was Kid that killed him, right. Local noble Magus he assisted suffered unexpected defeats, and the war ended in chaos. Classic, Kid killing everyone. Fourth Holy Grail War. Battle that caused Shinto's Great Fire. The third one was 50 years before, roughly around the same time as the World War. The fourth one was just as the newly modernized economy was about to stagnate. The battle Emir Shir was involved in half a year ago, Yuki's Holy Grail Wars came to an end. Up to this point, it's been 200 years. Amazing how such a sacrament has been carried out until now in such a far eastern land. The tenacity of the participants that tried to reach a miracle was near fantasism. Like all the cute expressions, yeah, she's just done with shit. That's obsession. The Holy Church and the Maid Association are not much different. I do wonder though, is that place on the other side really that good? I haven't enough about that. Let's start talking. What the fuck? That's why I came here, so you had a topic for me. What the? Oh. No way around it. I'm being outlasted in the concept of silence. It's now my job to suggest a topic of discussion. But everyone had things to say. There's nothing I could chat about with her, nor do I have anything worth asking. Something that's on my... There's one matter of great interest to me. Are they? No? Because wearing this because wearing the same outfit every day is kind of weird. Or maybe the night attire is a mystic code, I don't know. No, that was something else entirely. It's beyond the point where it could be overlooked just because it's also black like a cassock. I guess? So because she wore all black, Shiro mistook her for a villain. Uh-huh. What did Nasa mean by this? Sounds about right. Damn. Insane comment by Shiro. Yeah, I figure it's like a battle attire or something, yeah. Yes. Fair. Oh, brother, here we go. Probably some, I don't know.
下手な水着よりやばいっていうか、むやみに戦場的というか、なんだ。言いづらいことなんでうまく言えないんだけど。
Shiro, come on. Think with your head, not the other one.
あれ、下を履き忘れてない？
I mean, okay, you're not wrong about that part. It does look like you forgot to put on pants or something. It does look. I see. I never wanted to say anything about it, but honestly, now she was pointing out, I'm gonna say, you know what? It does look like she's not wearing pants. Yeah, that's fair. I feel like there should be some pants or something. No answer. Does that mean yes?
あれは仕様です。初めからスカートはありません。よこしまな考えはやめてください。
I feel there should be some a skirt or pants or something. Like, just like, come on. Cease and desist, exactly. God, this woman is really reading my mind.
そうだよな。そんなわけないよな。あんたはシスターだし、誘惑はご法度だよな。
Right, it's not meant to seduce you. If it does, that's on you.
悪い。分かりきった質問だった。つい気になって聞いちまったんだが、あんな戦闘用包囲なんてマジありえないもんな。
It's like the swinging of your arms in a circular motion. If I swing my arms in circular motion and you get hit by it, it's your fault. If she wears a skimpy looking battle costume and you get aroused by it, that is your fault. Not the person wearing it. Like, alright, okay, sure.
で、あれ誰の趣味なんだ？
Who the fuck told you to wear that?
誰の趣味でもありません。
That's not what I asked.
あれは私がサイギーの中から選び、手を加えただけのものです。
Uh-huh.
選んだのはあんたなんだ。
So you picked and designed it, because revise means you changed it a little bit. So you chose it to look that way. Okay.
機能性を重視した結果です。私に求められるものは運動性であって守りではありません。
I'm not gonna lie, you through her expression of like looking upset but blushing and then being back to this, you could tell she's telling herself, don't be rage baited. Do not get rage baited. Breathe. No rage bait. Just focus. She was about to snap. You almost took the bait. You almost bait. Almost got you. Almost got you rage baited, but you're good at this. You didn't. You almost got that.
それと、あなたから戦場的に見えたのは当然です。あれはもともと男性を誘惑するためのものですから。
So I was right. If you get seduced by it, that's you. That's a you problem. If you get seduced by the outfit, that problem's on you. Damn, I was half right. Crazy.
Huh?
I'm stunned. Was seducing men? Is she serious?
何それ？誘惑はご法度だって言わなかった？
言ったのはあなただけです。私は一言も聞いてはいませんが。
Like, sure, shut the fuck up. You didn't. She didn't say that.
けど、不敬って言ったじゃんか。下を履き忘れてるのはわざとだって思ったら。
Well, yes, that means you were judging her costume design. Because it looked bad without, that.
男性を引きつけるための服を着ることと、公衆で服を脱ぐことは違います。
Exactly, like, that's very different things. So, shut up, Shiro.
あなたの言いようでは、まるで私が露出狂のようでしたので。
Exactly, so shut up. It seemed that's a disrespect she was mad at. From the standpoint of a man, it seems very different, but exhibitionism certainly would be a bad, as it's a crime.
けどさ、なんで男を引きつけるんだよ。
I was going to say something along those lines of exhibitionism, but I think I'm just not gonna, because I can see why it's a crime. I suppose. Yeah, okay, yeah. It really bad. If that's something to do it, it's kind of... Don't. Just don't do that. Like, come on.
シスターってのは低粛であるべきだろ？それともあんた、男なら誰でもいいの？
exactly. Like, wait.
その男性が望むのなら拒むことはありません。
Just like that. Really? I thought you were a bit more sacred about the whole thing, but I guess not.
例えば、あなたに女性を暴きたいという渇きがあるのなら、それに応え、潤しましょう。
I thought you were taught premarital sex was bad. I guess you weren't. Or you were, but you don't give a shit? I don't know.
それも私の労働です。
Huh? What?
好みは常に痛みに応えるもの。あなたが罰を受けることはありません。
For real?
私はあなたに暴かれるのではなく、魔に暴かれる。人間であるあなたが罪を負うことはないのです。
Fair enough, I guess. That's how she sees it. I mean, alright. I see. Think about it, even when she's not doing anything, she's always tinged with the taint of demons. When nobody dirty her hands, she automatically gets aroused and comes anyway. That's... come on, man. Flashbang. Damn. Jesus Christ, man! Alright. It's masturbation akin to self-mutilation. That's her everyday routine. Of course it wouldn't make much of a difference who her partner is.
つまりなんだ。日々の祈りと大差ない同じ労働ってことか。
That's an actual sentence that someone actually wrote. Thank you, Nasu. Yeah, so you're daily praying and getting absolutely harassed is the same thing. Alright.
入ったな。実は慢性的に誘ってたとか？
I really hope not, and I hope you're not falling for it either, Shiro.
ええ、あなたが望むのでしたら。
Stop. Cease. Cease right now. Do not. Don't do that.
本当？ラッキー助かった。俺望んでないから別にいいです。
Like, God, I got so worried. God, I got worried. Holy shit, Shiro. You can't just pause the sentence while you say, "Ah, lucky me." Like, no. No, I'm glad. Very glad that I could get by without humiliating a girl. No matter what anyone says, I'm not the slightest bit inclined to try it. Even if she asked me, I would want no part. Those first two words were too dangerous. They were extremely dangerous, but thank God he said, no, I actually don't want that at all. Come on. But the condition is that it can't happen unless I feel like it. It's no problem.
それはどういった意味合いの反応ですか？潔白な女性が好みとか。
Cotton, I have this nifty thing called the Fates Data Heavens Field Routes. You should check that out. And then come back with that same question.
いや、そういうこだわりはない。そいつがやりたくてやってることなら24時間特会引っかえ、節操なしでいいんじゃない？汝の友人を愛せよってあんたらの売り文句だし。
Love thy... That's not what it means, Shiro! That's not what it means! That's taking it to insane proportions in what love thy neighbor means. And the arts are showing you're fucking right.
それと私の労働は違うと思うのですが。
I'm just being disrespectful. Damn.
私の行為はやはり明確な労働に他なりません。
And you'd be right, that's exactly what that is. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, pal. That's exactly what that is.
そりゃますます得が高い。相応の対価と取り替えっこの関係も悪くはないさ。お高く止まって何もなしな女よりずっといい。
Jesus, Shiro. Look over the church with a glance. How many statues here? Don't look as if I'll be accused of slander.
わかる？仮にあんたのそれが恒常的なお仕事だからって、それを理由に避けたりはしないってこと。
They suppose.
肉体面じゃなく精神面の問題でさ。 別の情はあっても愛情がないから関わりたくないんです。
That's fair, Cheryl. Fair. Yeah, you don't want to. There's sure he doesn't want to pounce any woman he sees. Dialogue may say otherwise, sometimes, but yeah, that makes sense. There's no emotion in it. So he doesn't want it. Yeah. Although she keeps wandering around in front of my eyes in an outfit like that, there's no telling how things will turn out. And okay, all right. Preferences of a normal adult male are one thing, but to me, those clothes are a little intense. We all make mistakes in the heat of passion.
あなたの考えは分かりました。今後参考にさせていただきます。
あれ、服の話はもういいのか？
ええ、もう十分です。知る気はありませんでしたが、あなたのことがよく分かった。
That, alright.
本当、随分と弱っているのですね、あなたは。
Huh?
私の目には吹けば飛んでいきそうなほど小さく見える。そんなに自分が嫌いなのですか？
Damn.
はあ？
Our provocation produced a burst of energy within me. What did you just see of me with those dead eyes, you?
なんでさ。別に俺、自分が嫌だなんて思うことはないけど、説教なら余計なお世話だから黙ってくんない？
Bit rude.
これは私の私服を褒めてくれたお礼よ。諦めて受け取りなさい。
Alright.
それで、あなたが私を嫌うのはどうして？
Well, she was straight to the issue. Following her lead, I blurted out.
そりゃ、自分の欲望がないやつは気に食わない。
I ignored the mountain of minor flaws and go straight for the killer one.
ほら、だからあなたは自分が嫌い。
Yeah, I was gonna say that's ironic.
聖杯を破壊したエミやシロには、自己に帰る欲望がないのだもの。自分には与えず、隣人には与える献身の鏡。世界は正しくあれと祈るようなあり方。
Reach into the choir, Shiro.
あなたの生き方であることは間違いない。なのに、どうしてかしらね。あなたはそれを美しいと感じられない。
いや、だって。
It's not beautiful in the slightest. The problem comes before even judging whether it's good or evil. I have no intention of trying to live that sort of a good-for-nothing life in the first place.
もう誰もエミやシロを責めていないのに、自分の欲望を持とうとしないなんて。ねえ、人並みの幸福はそんなにつまらない？
I get it now. My real life is, in short, an existence where I don't have the patience to be content with that. There should be as much happiness as there are in lives. The tiny amount is not worth the trouble, it screams.
うまいこと言うな、あんた。さすがは司祭代理。グーの音も出ない逆説だ。機会があったら、今度は本気で叱ってくれ。
Damn, he hit the Sasuga for real.
ええ、私の小言で10年来の正義感が変わるとは思えませんが、あなたが望むのでしたら、もう一度諭しましょう。
Good luck with that. The only one who could do that was Sakura, and that took already a fucking while. Stand up. Should have left earlier. Because the organ stopped. What I wanted was an energizing hatred. Realizing my disgust for myself was making all of that motivation disappear.
じゃあな、他にやることがありそうだし、あんたともここまでだ。
If I go any further, I'll venturing outside my domain. These 4 days of someone's reproduction of a Holy Grail war, then Emir and this woman cutting cannot meet. Keep meeting people who were not in the battle. My existence of Emir will collapse.
聖杯を探しに行くのですね。あなたは世界の終わらせ方に気づいたのですか？
Huh? What? That is weird. Voice rings out behind me. I'm turning around in pain.
さてな、遠坂凛が言うには俺が聖杯の持ち主を倒せばいいって話だが。
The intelligence I have at my disposal, it just ends up with my own defeat no matter how many times I try.
でしょうね。そのためには絵を完成させなければいけない。あなたはあなたの意義を見つけないと。
Uh-huh. Meaning means self-awareness. Recognizing what it is that I must do. Someone's telling me to find out by myself, without someone else telling me.
敵の本拠地を探しなさい。そこに始まりの鍵があるはずです。
お言葉だけど、洋館ならとっくに調べたよ。
見落としがあるのよ。遠坂の後継ぎにロンドンの話を聞きなさい。
A straightforward piece of precise advice. When I look back, my feet stop and my neck turns. See? That's why I didn't want to look.
契約違反だ。情報交換だけって話だったのに。
今回だけは特別です。
Uh-huh.
言ったでしょ。次にあなたが来たとき、迷っているのなら道を示すと。
Why, thank you. Did she really make a promise like that by herself? Really? The one that just does whatever she wants.
サンキュー。じゃ、これで本当に用済みだな。
Thank you, Karen.
私がエミやシローに関われるのはこれが限度です。
So long, Cotton. Never we meet again. Leave the church. Miss sure I had not met Cotton or Hortensia to begin with. It was been an impossible event. No reason to grieve if this was our final farewell. I mean, I guess, yeah, if this 4-day limit didn't exist, they would never have met. So that's not entirely wrong. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Crashing the night, the residents decided to tell Tosaka. Well. Reminds of pillars, by the way. I mean, do we have time for that? Can we hold on? So exit the menu. How long is it? Do we know how long it is? I can still do this and still do the Taiga one, right? Yeah. Your opinion of it? That's fair. I suppose we could save this for next time then. Save something good for the road. Okay, so we're not as close to the ends I keep thinking we are. We're really not. God damn. Keep thinking we're close. We're not really. Okay, can we not flood? Can we not flood some country this or some, prefecture this time or something? Again, Nagasaki, I'm really sorry. I did not mean for that typhoon to happen. I'm really sorry. Illness, on the road to recovery. School, don't guess on tests. Tidings, won't reach you. Well, I'm not sick. At the moment. I don't have school anymore. And I guess tidings won't reach me. Lonely, good luck. Alright. I see the bad luck streak continues, chat. I never got to have good luck, huh? Still no new ones. We gotta get this, chat. We gotta get this done. This right here means only one thing. We have to Hanafuda it up at some point again. The Hanafuda it up. I have to. Menacingly. Who knows what's hiding behind it? Who knows? I have no idea. It'll be like last time. I hope not, where it's just a fucking... just straight ass or something, or boobs, or something scary. I wouldn't want that, that's for sure. Good punch on, I presume. Well. Maybe. So chat, there was, if I don't know if any remember, earlier in the stream there was one more thing that Nasu-wise I had watched that I was going to mention, talk about a little bit. This is now the point where I will do that. On Saturday, I'm a pro for Fed service. True. I participated in a little movie night event in the FTC Nocturne server, where we watched Heaven's Feel. We watched the first Heaven's Feel movie. And I mean, yeah, yeah. And it was, now that I've seen it again, man, a friend put it very nicely, because a friend, Seaside, an artist, their first thing they ever experienced to, actually that didn't happen. I mean, it's ending, yeah. Like, Seaside had never watched anything Fate before, so their first Fate experience with anything at all to do with Fate was Heaven's Feel. So that was probably the most fun part about it. That movie night is that this was their first experience to Fate, and they had started off with Heaven's Feel out of everything. That is, they loved Assassin. I'm so sorry for them. Nah, they had a good time because they really loved Assassin, so they had a good time. But they also did have with the movie, yeah. So here is their review, because I did ask them how did they like it. Here is their little review. They give it a 6 out of 10. They felt it was a whole lot of. I'll just read it like verbatim as they said it. It felt like a whole lot of nothing happened. But I enjoyed the animation and the technical prowess the movie showcases, its effects, perspective shifting, and sound design. They miss Assassin and The Thing, which is the Shadow, and Issei. That is the review of Heaven's Feel. A lot of nothing happened, which honestly, watching it back again, fuck, they're not wrong. A lot of nothing happens in this goddamn movie. Issei number 1. Exactly. They loved Issei, Assassin, and the Shadow from the start. And it's like, honestly, goated. Honestly goated, because yeah, Issei's great, and it's so sad they will never see Issei again past this movie. That's fucking depressing. At least I don't remember Issei showing up beyond that point. I don't think he does like in the movie. I don't think he does. I think it's all just action from here on out, and it's really fucking bland. And they also said they're not a big fan of Shiro, which, yeah, something called a phantasm, yeah. But yeah, they also don't like Shiro. Berserker fight, true. And honestly, now watching the movie again, I agree with Seaside on that. Like, yeah, Shiro is really fucking bland in the movie. Like, God, I forget, without his inner monologue, there's not much going on with this character. Exactly, it's like there's like nothing going on with this character in the movie. Holy shit, does he just, he's just there. He's just there staring and reacting to things. That's all he does. There's nothing else. I did say like they should read a visual novel. Obviously I did say that. I'd say like the movie is a lot of setup. The VA meant by pacing things better and giving things a sense of build, and like things happen instead of being a bunch of nothing for the whole thing. A reaction reading Lamau. Archer shot out to UBW. I mean, really? They tell you straight to your face. Actually, I say that, Cthulhu, but my mom did not get it right at the reveal. She did not get it until like right as the reveal was about to happen. She still didn't get it, and then I just had to like say it's like, dude, it's him from the future, because her belief was that it was his dad. It's like, no, it's not Kiritsugu. It's not. It'd be really funny and cool if it was, but it's not. Right, comments and say, yeah, do not explain it very well in the anime. I also mentioned that let's go to his heroic spirit even when the reveal happened. Damn. I also mentioned because I'm pretty sure I'm right about this. I'm pretty sure that all the assassin stuff in the movie, that's just for the movie, right? From what I remember the early parts correctly, with like assassin doing a bunch of like flashy shit. Like all the flashy stuff assassin does in the movie, that's just for the movie, right? Because I don't remember anything. Assassin is not in the movie in the VN a lot in the beginning. Yeah, like him being in the beginning a lot in the movie is just for the movie. Because he like really doesn't do much aside from fight assassin. And well, he escapes from assassin, eats his insides, dips for like a bunch of the plot, gets Lancer killed, dips for a bunch of the plot, gets Saber absorbed in the shadow, and dips until further notice. So like, yeah, man. Goes Alo eats the yeah. But they do like him more because of that. He's very much just a creeper and stalker basically throughout the whole visual. They do like him more because of that. So that's a positive for Seaside, that Assassin is much of a creeper and stalker in the visual novel. So yeah, positives to the visual novel, right? And then I think it was something else. Let's see, was there anything else? I don't think so. No, that was pretty much it. That was pretty much your thoughts on the Heaven's Feel movie. A very fun perspective. A very fun perspective to get from someone who's only watching the Heaven's Feel movies. I can't even see what they think about movie 2 and 3. Are they even gonna give a shit about Ilia's death? Now that I think about it, I don't know. Are they gonna care about that? It's not at all. Probably not. Also, they kept pointing out that Shiro does touch a lot of people. Shiro just goes around touching a lot of people. I never really thought about it, but damn. Like, he really does be putting his hands on everyone. Now that I think about it. Of course, like, yeah, obviously it's not a good idea, but here we are. It's a funny situation we're in, and we're just gonna have to go through it because it's hilarious. Also, the lyrics to the song at the end, the fact that one of the lines is filled with queer loveliness. So I don't know, you tell me what that means. What regard? Like just putting their hands on, like put like on their shoulder and like you're grabbing their collar. Like sure, there's a lot of grabbing people in the movie. I'm noticing. I didn't think about that. He does grab a lot of people in that movie. Got a dog in it. just puts hands on everyone. It's fucking hilarious. Man. What a funny first experience. So did I enjoy the movie? Not really. But I don't know, I had fun watching Seaside's reaction more than anything. And pointing out like, oh come on Cheryl, you're so hurt from the assassin fight. You can walk. Your guts were on the ground not even a week ago. You can walk this little flesh wound off. Stuff like that. Just having fun with the movie because goddamn. She also likes Ryder. Another thing, she also really likes Ryder. So that's a positive. So yeah, she's gonna love the third movie probably. It's because of Ryder. Your fans are in a standalone thing, and every time it cut to Sakura, I forget Sakura is in the movie and does fucking nothing. I forget this is her story, but she does nothing. For the second half, all we see of Sakura is her tweaking in bed, going ill because of the shadow. I kind of forgot about that. And even she points it out with them, like, what have you been doing this entire movie? Like, oh yeah, Sakura really does nothing. Man, the movie is so bad. So should it show? Yeah, they really just don't do anything. It's hilarious. Man, it's funny. And they'll keep saying that Shiro was stupid, because yeah, Shiro was really stupid in the movie. God damn. Now those interviews with Saga's mindset, she just kind of sleeps through it a lot. Yeah. She used to be sleeping through the plot, like Toast, like Sakura. It's your story. Stop sleeping through your own story. Like, come on. Damn. Let people enter the fate. Yeah. But yeah, a good start. They love Assassin. They love the Shadow. They love Ryder. They don't like Shiro. They think he's a dumbass who keeps touching people. They're confused about Sakura's existence. And Totsuka, I guess she's there. They didn't set their opinion on Totsuka or Saber or nothing like that. So, I got nothing to share on that, on their reaction to that. But that is all. That's all. That is all for today. For real this time. That's everything. I don't know when we're watching the next movie, but when we do, I will tell you all about Seaside reaction. If they join, I really hope they join for the next one, because it'll be hilarious. So chat, hope you enjoyed. Have a good day, evening, or night, wherever in the whole wide world. And hope to see each one of you same time, same place, next time. For more Ataraxia. I'm gonna cut and scene sleep well. Oyatsumi, bye chat! Bye!